Okay, here's everything that you'll need to put Jamberries on. The first is a cuticle pusher. Next is a nail file. We have cuticle scissors and an alcohol swab. The other things that you'll need are your wraps, which I am using Sweet Whimsy today. It's from the 2015 Spring Summer catalog. And you need a heat source. So I have Jamberry's mini heater. Looks like this. Has a little vent in the front that blows hot air. You can also use a hair dryer if that's what you have. That'll work too. Another optional tool that you can use, I use my nail clippers, and I use these rather than filing sometimes if I have a nail that's long and needs to be trimmed. So you can see I've done 9 of my fingernails. I have my thumbnail that I left off so that I can show you guys how to do this. It's a pretty easy process. The first thing that we're going to do is you're going to push back your cuticle on your nail. So I'm going to take my cuticle pusher, it's got this flat end on it here, and I'm going to push back my cuticle, scrape up there just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, after we do that, you're going to take your alcohol wipe and just clean the nail. If there's any oils or dirt or anything on top of your fingernail, when you put that wrap on, the adhesive wrap, it won't stick properly. So we want to make sure we clean it really good. Okay, once that is dry, now we are ready to place our wrap. So what we're going to do is, as you can see here, this is what it took me to do my manicure, all except for my thumbnail, which is this one here. What's great about these is they're on this clear paper, so you can actually take it and, I'm not sure how to show you guys this, size it to your fingernail like this, to your nail bed, to make sure that you find the size that's right. I've done this so many times now that I actually know which ones go to which, so, and also I did this one already, so I know that this is my thumbnail right here. What I'm going to do, let me turn my heater on so it warms up a little bit, is you're going to take your cuticle pusher, the flat edge, and slide it underneath the edge of the wrap. Now, I've got mine underneath the edge of my wrap like that. I've got my wrap here. I'm going to fold it up, and then I'm going to cut the back so that it's the right size, or approximately the right size for my finger. Now I got this one a little crooked, but so there you go. That's what it looks like. Now once that's cut and it's ready to go on my nail, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to heat it. So I'm going to hold this in front of my heater like this for just a couple seconds. The reason we do that is because there's glue on the back here. We want that to heat up because that's what's going to make it stick to our fingernail. And then, oh, wrong finger. And then I'm going to put this on my nail here. Sorry, I have to kind of do this over off screen for a second, but I will show you what it looks like. Okay, so I've got that on my finger. Now I'm going to smooth it out. So I like to go side to side, front to back, to make sure that this thing is sealed all the way across my fingernail. Now, you can see that this is actually too long still for my fingernail. It's cut with a square edge and I need to fix that. So what I'm going to do is take my cuticle scissors and I'm going to trim along the edge of my nail. Now, I mentioned using clippers before, and I do this frequently. If my thumbnail was too long, rather than cutting with scissors and then filing with my nail file, I would just take my nail clippers and clip all the way across my fingernail, and then I'm done. I don't have to do any filing. But just to show you guys how this works, I'll be cutting. So I'm going to cut close to the edge of my thumbnail, and I'll get a little piece comes off like that. Set that off to the side. Then I'm going to take my nail file. I'm going to file in a downward motion along the edge of my nail bed. Never go up because that lifts the wrap back off your fingernail. So we only want to go in a downward motion. Make sure that your nail file is straight up and down. If you lean it this way to the side, it's going to take off the wrap that's on the edge of your fingernail. So just make sure it's straight up and down. I'm going to file. You go all the way across your nail, and what will happen, so you guys can see this, let's see if I can focus it, is you'll see I actually got this little thread that's hanging on here. And that's what will happen. It'll just come right off the edge of your nail. And so I filed my way all the way across, and I'm just going to file the edge so that that comes off. There it came. I'll do this corner a little bit that I missed. Okay. And then I have a clean edge to my nail. So now that it's on here, I need to do my last step, which is to make sure that I heat again. So I'm gonna put my finger in front of here. I'm gonna hold it here for about 5 seconds. You'll feel it when it starts to get too warm. And then I'm gonna do that again where I'm just pushing across my nail. So I'm pushing side to side, front to back, concentrating on the edges close to your cuticle to make sure that you have a really good waterproof seal there. And turn it off, and that's it. Now I'm done. It usually takes me about 15 minutes to put these on start to finish. The first time you do it, it might take you a little bit longer, but it's actually very, very easy process. So that's it. Thanks for watching.